Hello and welcome to Mena Tour Highlight Show. This week, once again, we're back in Thailand. We're going up to northeastern part of the country to Nakhon Ratchasima province for a second consecutive week of Mena Tour in Thailand. 9 kilometers away from the golf course is Lamtakong Dam. It's 40 feet high and 521 meter in length. It's a popular destination for the locals for its scenic spot, as well as water activities such as canoe, kayak, and overall picnic with the family. In fact, this dam is a main source of all the water fishery in this area. And this week, Mena Tour visit Mountain Creek once again for a second consecutive year for the Mountain Creek Open by Golf Citizen.
We are very happy and feel honored to have Mena Tour back in Mountain Creek again, and excited to see so many great players participate this year, and I hope they'll come back again next year. In fact, Mountain Creek, designed by Sevi Ballesteros, one of the golf legends. So one who have opportunity to play here should be able to enjoy so much. And we have wonderful villa to welcome all of you for your comforts. And visit not only Mountain Creek, Thailand have so many opportunity for you to see and then to enjoy.
Right, I won this event. Very special event. Golf course was a little bit of a challenge, and it was basically my first win in Asia. So I think it was a very special week. I had the boys here backing me up, and so yeah, I won. This year is completely different. I think it's a good match, the Highlands with the Valley, you know. Obviously, you can have Severiano Ballesteros all over the place. You got to be very steady off the tee box. You got to hit some good shots out there. So I'm happy with it. You know, conditions are great. I came here 2 weeks ago to do a practice round, and you know, to see the greens how they were 2 weeks ago till now, it's just amazing. So great job, guys. For the staff, ground staff, they did a good job. Greenkeepers and, you know, superintendent, they did an amazing job. So Mena Tour is great. I think it's a very nice development tour. As you can see, last week we had 144 players signing in for the Banyan. So I think people are interested now. They are offering a start in the Dinandaluka, which is a main attraction if you keep going with the tour to the end of the season. So I think it's going to keep growing. Hopefully they'll come back to Thailand and keep doing what they're doing.
Torrential rain throughout the week. Players obviously have to get used to playing, stopping, and restarting. But we managed to have a good tournament. And of course, the amount of rain that fell made the green quite lush. This is Lionel Weber on number 16. At this point, he's 4 under par, just adding another birdie, and up to 5 under par. Lionel managed to finish out the day with another birdie on 18, leading the tournament at 6 under par. It's Luke Joy putting for birdie. Everybody but Luke Joy thought this one was done. But Luke had another idea, and the ball listened into the cup from the backside for another birdie, putting him at a 4 under par. At 16, par 3, nice tee shot, another birdie. Luke went up to 6 under par. He got a bogey on 17, and in an attempt to try to close out the day before it got too dark, he missed the second shot, and consequently double bogey hole number 18 on day 1. dropping 2 shots down to 3 under par. So at the end of the day, for round 1, Lionel Weber from France leading the tournament 6 under par. Luke Joy dropped down to 5th place at 3 under par. We've got 3 players at 4 under par, including an amateur, Michael Harradine from Switzerland. Round 2, Michael Harradine continues good play, starting the day at 4 under par, finally adding 2 more strokes from round 2, totaling 6 under par after day 2. Jamie Elson, the tap-in par. Jamie remained at 4 under. Blake Snyder, double bogey 17, but managed to get a birdie back on 18 and finish out the day at 5 under par. And the leader, Lionel Weber, his 3rd shot onto number 8. Made his birdie for 10 under par. One more birdie for Lionel Weber before the end of the day, and he continued to lead Mountain Creek Open by Golf Citizen at 11 under par after 2 rounds, with Luke Joy making a comeback at 7 under par and 4 strokes behind. OTOP product of Thailand stands for One Tambon, One Product. Essentially is an entrepreneurship stimulus program designed to support the locally made and marketed product for each of the Thai Tambon or sub-district. At Dan Nguyen, it is famous for its pottery and household items, most particularly the Thai-style ceramics and earthenware. For the final round of Mountain Creek Open by Golf Citizen, this is the 2nd consecutive week these players have visited Thailand. So for most, they have become more accustomed to the heat and humidity at this time of year in Thailand. In fact, the time frame for Mena Tour visit to Thailand is approximately about a month right before the rainy season begins. Although this week is unseasonably wet. Players have to get accustomed to starting and stopping play throughout the day, all the way from Pro-Am day or practice day. And once again for Mena Tour, you can see that the tour allows the wearing of shorts and the usage of golf carts. This is one unique look that the tour presents. And additionally, it's a great program that they support the amateurs by having at least the very minimum of 10 top amateurs making the cut, playing in the final round with all the pros at each and every one of the events. This truly promotes not only the development tour among the golf professionals, but also up-and-coming and rising amateurs aiming to choose their career after the end of their amateur's day. We catch up with the players after 5 holes. Lionel Weber leading the tournament at 13 under par, taking a sizable lead. Luke Joy still at 7 under par after 5 holes. So it looks like a real charge in the back 9 is very important, or else everyone's playing for second. Tiago Lobo, among one of 10 top amateur making the cut, This is birdie on 9. And Michael Harradine. Virtually on the last part of his playing days, because his family business is obviously the designing of golf courses throughout the world from his grandfather and also his father. So he should be taking up the reign of the family business soon. Pattarapon Kantacha. Obviously very happy about his birdie. And this is on 6. Lionel Weber for birdie. The green is soft, so a lot of good approach shot that can control the distance quite well result in easy birdie on this final day. Luke Joy putting for birdie. Finally, Luke made a move. Came up to 8 under par, trailing in second place, following Lionel Weber, which charged further ahead to 13 under par after 9. James Byrne, the 10 for birdie. Nice putt. Nice controlled distance. Up to 5 under par for James Byrne. And another chance for birdie on the next hole at 11. Obviously, a good approach set up his opportunity. James went up to 6 under par. Harradine at 11 for birdie. Balls rolled very nicely throughout the day. And of course, drained very well. We're seeing a lot of short distance birdie or mid-range birdie. Blake Snyder, American based in Thailand. Blake is now 5 under par, playing with James Byrne. Pattarapon. Starting to make his comeback. Charging back now 4 under par. Lionel Weber still keeping his stride. Third shot on par 5, 13. Great approach shot. Just keeping it in play, not getting it into any trouble. He birdied the hole obviously and moved up to 14 under par, leading Mountain Creek Open by Golf Citizen by a sizable lead. You see Michael Harradine shifted up to second place at 8 under par, and Luke Joy went back down to 7 under par in third place. Welcome back to Mena Tour Highlight Show of the Mountain Creek Open by Golf Citizen. We are now into the final round and into the back 9. On 16, the last group, Lionel Weber and also the leader. This is a par 380 yard with the 6 iron. Just slightly overshot the green. Luke Joy, his playing partner, with an 8 iron. 480 yards. Oh, perfect distance. Just above the crest of the hill, feeding down to the hole a little bit. Harradine on 17. Kind of fanned the shot out to the right for his first shot, and now putting it just short of the green for his second. Pattarapon safely in the fairway. Second shot, approach onto 17th green, safely on. Birdie putt, Lionel Weber on 16. In fact, putting with this hybrid club rolled it quite nicely. There should be no problem for a tap-in par. $15 under par. Lionel Weber with a commanding lead. Luke Joy, great tee shot and a nice birdie to follow. Back up to 9 under par, 6 strokes behind. Third shot for Michael Harradine at 17. A little bit too far to the right. The heel takes it down. He's going to have a tough time putting for par here. Good distance, almost made it. Just fell off the line slightly. Patrapon downhill birdie putt. He's on a roll. He's making every short and mid-range putt. 6 under par for Patrapon Kantacha. Dropping a shot for Michael Harradine. Back down to 6 under. Luke Joy at 17. Safely in the fairway. Short par 4, 363 yards. With his 3 wood, so a little bit further than Luke Joy, and also in the fairway. Blake Snyder. Going for it. This is par 5, 18. And his playing partner also going for it. James Byrne with a 5 iron. Oh, very nice. James Byrne close to the pin. Second shot, Luke Joy. Good approach. Leader's keeping the ball low here. Come on. Oh, very good distance control. And putting for eagle for Blake Snyder. Both of these guys actually made it on, giving them a chance for eagle. Tap in for birdie for Blake. Finish out the day at 6 under par for Blake Snyder. James Lewin obviously had a great second shot. Almost a tap in for eagle there. Great finish. Also at 6 under par for James Byrne from Scotland. And reaching the 18. Keeping it in play with a 4 iron. This is 5 wood for Michael Harradine. One of the most important thing players talked about this week was keeping the ball in play. It's really penal to miss the fairway and rough here. Have a lot of trees and undergrowth, bush. 2 putt for par there for Luke Joy, staying at 9 under. A chance of another birdie for Lionel Weber, and he has been on a roll. Leading by 7 shots at 16 under par. Having a firm grasp and commanding lead. Now on 18 for Michael Harradine, second shot from the rough. Second hole in a row, we're seeing him playing out from the right side. Very aggressive tee shot for the leader. Luke Joy also keeping it in play with an iron. Up ahead, Pattarapon, after having laid up, this is his third shot. Game plan is to take 3 on and make your birdie. Harradine, third shot from the safety of fairway. Slightly overshot, but no problem. Live clean plays throughout the week. You should be able to clean this ball and make a nice putt just off the fringe there. The group behind also laying up. Not much to think about, just keeping the ball in play. Whereas Lionel Webber, a more aggressive tee shot, landed him in the fairway bunker and now forced him to also make a layup.
Thank you.
Up ahead, Pattarapon Antacha putting for his birdie. Not quite enough pace there. And also for birdie, Michael Harradine, the amateur. Nice pace, too much line. Tap in for par, finish out the day at 6 under par, finish the tournament in fact at 6 under par for Michael Harradine. Oh, it lipped out. So unfortunate for Pattarapon not being able to save par there. That dropped him out, back down to 5 under par instead of finishing with his playing partner Michael Harradine there. He finished 1 stroke behind Michael. And the approach shot on 18 from the last group. Luke Joy. Safely on. He double bogeyed this hole the first day, playing in the dark. Playing it safe today. Lionel Webber, also having laid up from this bunker. His third shot. Great approach. He's been controlling his distance very nicely all day, all week in fact. Luke first to putt. Nice putt. He was fighting for second place, and now, of course, he secures second place with 10 under par. And championship putt for another birdie for Lionel Webber. He's been incredible. He's made 7 birdies each and every day. From round 1, round 2, and that final birdie on 18 also made it a 7th birdie of the day. Incredible scoring this week for Lionel Webber from France, finishing out the tournament at 17 under par, and obviously the champion of Mountain Creek Open by Golf Citizen this year in Thailand. Jazz Jane Watananon, champion from the previous week, finishing out in top 10, 4 under par as well. So congratulations to Lionel Webber, 17 under par.
I'm very happy to win this week, and it's the first time as a professional for me on a main tour, so it feels very good, and I got an extra boost of confidence for the next tournaments to keep the ball in play, because it's a very narrow golf course, so you need to hit quite straight, and after that you can have a lot of wedge to play, and my wedging was very good this week, so that's why I managed to make some birdies.
It's been exciting 3 weeks in Thailand that Mena Tour has golf tournaments here, starting from Banyan, and this week at Mountain Creek, and next week at Patana. This week tournament at Mountain Creek has been very exciting because we've got so many pros from not only the Middle East but the Thai pro from the All Thailand Tour, and also inviting some of the pros that play locally. So this is going to be a very good week for the Mena Tour in Mountain Creek. And we're happy that the tournament is being made possible at Mountain Creek by the Golf Citizen, the booking engine tools for playing golf in the region, including Thailand and other countries in the region, and also the Middle East. So we are very happy that Golf Citizen also sponsor this tournament.
And the 2017 Mountain Creek Open champion with scores of 66, 67, 66, for a total of 199, 17 under par. From France, Lionel Weber.
We hope you enjoyed the Mountain Creek Open by Golf Citizen highlight. We'll see you again next tournament at Patana Golf Championship. That's goodbye for now.